Hello, I'm Chris, and today I want to share with you the history of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, or better known by their acronym, SEA. The society was founded on August 12, 1538 in Porto Paradiso, Italy, within the fort of Fortress Explorations, consisting of scientists, explorers, researchers, artists, travelers, and adventurers from around the globe. SEA is dedicated to the continued exploration of the world's oceans and exotic lands. Four guiding concepts are represented on SEA's original Fortress Explorations crest: adventure, represented as a galleon; romance, an armillary sphere; discovery, a compass; and innovation, artist tools. Selected as the best way to represent the original charter and mission statement, which simply reads, "We, the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, shall acquire knowledge through exploration." A more detailed mission statement of the Society reads, "The mission of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers is to collect, conserve, and curate valuable cultural and artistic artifacts from around the world and make them available to the public in an artistically pleasing and sensitive manner. It is furthermore the mission of the organization to equip and mount socio-cultural expeditions to discover, explore, chronicle, and protect the artistic achievements of human society, past and present, exalted and forgotten." In this original incarnation, the Society named several historical figures as honorary members. This roster included colonists, sailors, and explorers going as far back as Leif Erikson and Pythias of Massilia, though also including historical criminals such as Cristobal Colon, Sir Francis Drake, and Prince Henry the Navigator. Honorary member Leonardo da Vinci would haunt Fortress Explorations as a ghost following his death in 1519 to assist in future members of the society. In the early half of the 19th century, the society functioned democratically and was led by one Vitale Robustelli in 1851. Robustelli named the first known female member of SEA in the form of Italian aviatrix Camelia Falco. This incarnation of the society also included the likes of English aristocrat Lord Henry Mystic and inventor club secretary Jason Chandler. It was this incarnation of the society which led a major global expansion of the organization, with Chandler becoming its president. Other members of this era included the morally dubious American businessman Barnabas T. Bullion of the Bullion mining family, and the evil Harrison Hightower III of Hightower family and Hightower Industries. Members such as Hightower and Lord Mystic would travel the world, using the society to claim artifacts from across the globe for their personal collections. This often resulted in actions such as grave robbery and theft. Lord Henry Mystic's chapter of the society included members such as the Maestro D. Elfman, aviator Professor R. Blauer-Himmel, painter Charlton J. Tabaret, and Dr. J. L. Baterista. Lord Mystic also adopted a pet monkey named Albert, which he made an effective member of the society. By the early 1880s, Bullion led the immoral Big Thunder Mining Company in the Arizona range of Big Thunder Mountain, land the company had stolen from the indigenous Shoshone people. However, the angered indigenous spirit of Big Thunder did not take kindly to Bullion and caused a variety of natural disasters and accidents around the range in an attempt to ward off the invaders. The gold-obsessed Bullion did not desist, however, and he used his connections with Chandler and the society to acquire resources needed to try and innovate against the angered mountain. After consulting with the magical Madame Zarkov at the Museum of the Weird, Chandler passively urged Bullion to stop, though Bullion never did. Notable Victorian members of the society also include the colonial English explorer Dr. Albert Falls, American industrialist Meriwether Adam Pleasure, and English sailor archaeologist Captain Mary O. Chenier. The society also had an apparent affiliation with a group of immoral colonial thieves known as the Pillagers Brigade, which included Harrison Hightower III with Meriwether Adam Pleasure and Hightower's manservant Archibald Smelding. Having been other seemingly identified members, another base for the society would be established on the rivers along the Enchanted Tiki Room in Polynesia, which at some point the society used to commemorate their adventures and likely gather. In 1882, Lord Henry and Albert traveled to Morocco and took a liking to Middle Eastern fashion. Lord Mystic decided to appropriate elements of the style for the society, resulting in the fez becoming a staple fashion piece for members by the 20th century. In 1889, the pair colonized a jungle in Papua New Guinea into Lord Henry Mystic's personal colony, Mystic Point, which became a new base for the society. This colony would hold Mystic Manor, the home and personal museum of Lord Henry Mystic, which held over 7,000 artifacts which he had claimed from across the globe. Around 1891, Dr. Albert Falls went on a 13-day expedition to chart the seemingly paranormal jungle rivers of Adventureland, also known as the Rivers of Adventure. This was a water body which connected rivers from across the world such as the Irrawaddy River, Ganges River, Congo River, the Nile River, the Zambezi River, and the Amazon River. Falls and his fellow adventurer, wife, Victoria Marie Falls, had a large mansion built in the Adventureland near these rivers, which held a secret meeting place for the society, hidden behind their library and activated by pulling an edition of Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book. In 1899, Harrison Hightower III was on an expedition with the Pillagers Brigade when they stole from an indigenous African tribe that caught them and chased them out. Hightower and Smelding were saved by the Mtundu tribe, whom they robbed in the night, stealing the god idol Shiriki Untundu. When Hightower returned to New York City, he threw a New Year's Eve party in the Hotel Hightower. With many members of the society in attendance to celebrate his robbery that night, Hightower was killed by the provoked Shiriki Untundu, though the society named the Hightower Spirit of Adventure Award after their fallen comrade. Hightower himself remained as a ghost within the hotel where he was tormented by the wrathful Shiriki Untundu. Meanwhile, Smelding was institutionalized. At some point in the early 20th century, Meriwether Adam Pleasure became disillusioned with the Society of Explorers and Adventurers and aimed to create his own group, the Adventurers Club. The organization would be based out of Meriwether's home of Pleasure Island in Lake Buena Vista, Florida, and had original membership from one Theodore Roosevelt. The Adventurers Club was less stuffy than the Sea and also worked to redeem themselves from their immoral predecessors such as Hightower and the Pillagers Brigade. Presidency of this organization would return to an eccentric woman named Pamela Perkins, who arranged for the club to have parties, competitions, radio broadcasts, and open houses. On April 8th of 1911, Dr. Albert Falls founded the Jungle Navigation Company to transport passengers, messages, and cargo across the many rivers of adventure. This service was utilized by several members of the society. The Jungle Navigation Company would come to establish outposts and colonies throughout the world's jungles before Dr. Falls mysteriously disappeared in 1928, leaving his granddaughter, Alberta Falls, to run the company. While not a member of C, Alberta was aware of their existence and familiar enough with the Adventurers Club that she used their official greetings of Kungaloosh. In 1929, the evil C member, Professor Garrett Reed, was publicized in the media for having grave robbed the tombs of ancient Egyptian mummies. Lord Henry Mystic had Reed stripped of his membership in the society, somewhat ironically given now Mystic himself also partook in grave robbing mummies for Mystic Manor, and Reed was later branded a dangerous criminal. Reed was obsessed with immortality and pursued artifacts to grant him eternal life, stealing and selling artifacts on the black market to fund this expedition. This made Professor Reed an enemy of adventurers, archaeologists, Indiana Jones, who fought with the professor over a golden idol in Peru. In 1931, Alberta Falls and the Jungle Navigation Company created the Jungle Cruise, tourism service to combat the Great Depression. In November of 1932, Professor Reed made a camp in the jungle near a JNC base where he had located the Lost Temple of Immortality, which contained the enchanted Emerald Trinity that could grant him eternal life. Both Lord Henry Mystic and Indiana Jones were interviewed on the topic of Garrett Reed by the Daily Colonial Journal newspaper. The night of November 8th, Reed's camp was encountered by a Jungle Navigation Company boat who witnessed him being violently killed by the jungle for attempting to steal the Emerald Trinity. The Society's existence became much more publicized through the 1930s, with Alberta having even turned the Falls Estates Sea Meeting Hall into a dining area in her restaurant, the Jungle Navigation Company Limited Skipper's Canteen, in 1938. Also in 1938, Alberta had a chance meeting with Sea member Dr. Kan Chunosuke, a world-renowned Japanese entomologist who had come to the jungle to study rare antlions. Alberta invited Dr. Chunosuke aboard a VIP jungle cruise tour along the rivers of adventure aboard a boat called the Quango Kate, under new guy JNC skipper Felix Pechman XIII. Pechman wrecked the boat in the hippo pool of the African Veldt, causing Chunosuke to be marooned and chased up a tree by an angered rhinoceros. Around the 1940s, a new member of the society came in the form of Jock Lindsay, the aviator to Indiana Jones. In 1948, Jock constructed an airplane hangar at 1138 Seton Avenue in the sleepy town of Disney Springs, Florida, where he hosted members of the Society and the Adventures Club. Jock also ran the business Jock Lindsay's Air Tours from this location and used the building to store rare artifacts for his affiliates. In 1951, the Adventurers Club assisted Jock in transforming the hangar into the drinking establishment, Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar, which had attendance from adventurer clubs, member Sea members, and other figures such as Marion Ravenwood, Howard Stark, and Pancho Barnes. In the 1950s, the still active Captain Mary Oceaneer was searching for treasure in the tropical blustery bay aboard her vessel, the MS Salty IV. This vessel got caught in a hurricane which wrecked their ship in the port of Placid Palms and scattered her treasure throughout the region. Placid Palms, or Typhoon Lagoon as it was later named, became the temporary base for Mary's chapter of sea as she recovered her lost booty. This is where the history of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers end. Hopefully there'll be more to report on, but as of right now, this is all there is. But in the next few weeks, we will dive in further to the different characters and different areas that the Sea members have had or put together. Thank you for watching, and I'll hope you watch for my next update on the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. We'll see you later. Bye.